we should rather have a perspective of there's something more to that plant. Just as the fact that we have a physical body, we also have a soul and a spirit, and the consciousness is a part of that. A plant, it has the same, a physical body, a soul, and a spirit, and a consciousness that is a part of that. So what do we mean when we say consciousness, spirit, and soul? For example, if we take a rose, it exudes beauty, color, smell, love, and it's always been its symbol, love, purity of heart. So the question becomes, what is that intelligence that is behind that plant that gives its physical attributes? I have an aloe plant, and it always regenerates its leaves. Even though I haven't watered the thing in months, I haven't changed the soil in years, and it barely had any soil to begin with. Yet it keeps regenerating those leaves. Scientists still have not been able to create a living cell just through the soil, the sun, the air, and the water. Yet a plant can. A plant can also create a seed that will produce itself. So what is that true intelligence with that intelligence that is behind those plants that give its qualities? That intelligence is what we call consciousness. If we were to go in the internal planes and to look at that consciousness of those plants, we would see that it is a child. This is mentioned by Samuel Envior as well as many other authors, as representing children as being very happy, very innocent, but very wise within its domain of that plant. We consider it innocent because they do not understand the difference between good and evil, just as a real child has a hard time differentiating between good and bad. So that intelligence with that consciousness of that plant is better known as an elemental. The reason they're called elementals is because every plant, every mineral, every animal, even air, fire, water, and earth, are all elements of nature that have intelligence and consciousness behind it. Therefore, they're called elementals, because they're elements of nature. And traditionally, they've always been called fairies, gnomes, nymphs, sylphs, and many other names, depending on what tradition and mythology or culture you're reading about. So this type of work that we're working with is called elemental therapy, which means the royal art of nature that teaches us how to handle the elemental creatures of plants. And this is an esoteric medicine.